Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's actually Tuesday this week. Last week totally threw me off. I said happy Tuesday on a Wednesday because we always hang out together on Tuesdays in our live video. I'm going to hang out for about 30 to 60 seconds, let some people hop on the live. While I wait, let me know in the comments, is it beautiful outside or what? Right now in Grand Forks, North Dakota, I think it's like 63 degrees and sunny. It's a magical thing. I still can't believe that a month ago today, we got 15 inches of snow overnight. So happy that we have moved past the winter. I think we all needed some sunshine. If you live in North Dakota, Minnesota, in Canada, let me tell you, it was a rough winter. It was a long one. All right. People are hopping on. Make sure when you hop on, you say hi to me. Let me know if you're watching live or on the replay. Kind of a last minute change to what I was going to talk about, because I think we need to have this conversation. We're going to talk about the key factor to success when it comes to achieving your goals that has nothing to do with nutrition and really nothing to do with fitness either. Oh yes, sunny in Blind River, Ontario, frost advisory. That's not good. I don't like that. All right, we got a couple people on. Let's talk about this. Okay, so the title of our chat today is a key factor to success that has nothing to do with nutrition. And honestly, there are so many answers to this. Some people guessed, not on the live, but some people on social media guessed mindset. Some people said mental health. Some people said consistency. I'm actually going to talk about two of them. I had one answer, but I definitely want to talk about two key factors to success because they kind of go hand in hand. So if you are on a journey to achieve your health goals, your performance goals, your body composition goals. So body composition could be building muscle, it could be fat loss. There are two things that have nothing to do with nutrition. Definitely the second one. The first one is consistency. A few of you guessed it. Consistency. It is pretty easy to say. I just said it 3 times, but it's not the easiest thing to do because guess what? Life happens. And what I mean by life happens, I mean weekends happen, lake season happens, birthday parties happen, your friend gives you a free drink, that happens. Life happens, and it's challenging to be consistent when life happens. But consistency is the key. Now, what are things that you probably should be consistent with if you have health, performance, or body composition goals? Well, number one, something that we should all be consistent with, whether you're 18 or 65, is strength training at least 2 times per week. Strength training at least 2 times per week. Not for 30 days, not for a 21-day challenge, not for 6 months, for life. For life. We work with, I have a handful of 65 to 69-year-old clients, and guess what? They are strength training, and some of them are strength training 3 to 4 times a week. So important. So if you are not strength training consistently, I'm underlining it, consistently 2 times a week, make it a priority. You know who you are. Now, what else should be consistent with? if we have health, performance, or body composition goals, getting your steps in. It's a very sedentary life we now live. We work from home. I work from home, so unfortunately, I'm in this chair too much. And I used to be a trainer where I got all my steps in. Getting your steps in consistently, not just on the weekend when you're off, not during the weekday when you're being a little bit more aggressive towards your goals. Getting your steps in daily, at least 8,000 steps. Now, if you don't have an Apple Watch, because I didn't have one until February, and you're like, Danny, I don't have a Apple Watch or Fitbit, no worries. Chances are you are on a smartphone right now. All you need is a smartphone. You can track your steps in a smartphone. There's an app called Map My Run. You can throw that in your pocket or in your fanny pack while you get your steps in. The goal is at least 8,000 steps per day. If you Google how many steps a day should I get, it's probably going to say 10,000. But if you're at 3,000, maybe make it a goal to have 5,000 steps per day. You got to start where you're at. Getting your steps in. Again, even if you work out hard for 60 minutes per day, 5 times a week. If you work out 5 times a week for an hour, maybe you do a body pump class or a HIIT class. If you sit on your butt the rest of the day, that 1 hour is not going to make a huge difference towards your goals because you're active and you're moving your body for 1 hour and you're awake for 14 to 16 hours. So that one workout doesn't balance out the whole day. It doesn't make you active. We have to be active throughout the day. Humans are not meant to be seated all day. We are meant to move. So get at least 8,000 steps per day. 1 mile is about 2,200 steps, if that's helpful. What else should we be consistent with? Getting at least 7 hours of sleep. This can be challenging because Netflix, or maybe we have difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, or maybe we work a night shift. Try to get at least 7 hours of sleep consistently. Now, another thing, if you are tracking your food, 1, you want to consistently hit your nutrient targets. So if you're tracking your calories, your protein, your fiber, we don't want to just hit those targets half the time or Monday through Friday. We want to hit those consistently. And if you are tracking, hopefully you're weighing your food and not eyeballing it. We've talked about this in the past. Humans are not good at eyeballing food. And when we eyeball, we underestimate up to 44%, which can make or break your results. So that's one key factor to success, and that's consistency. Now, what's the one thing that has nothing to do with nutrition? This was my initial answer. I had to throw in the consistency because they go hand in hand. The one thing that has nothing to do with nutrition that you need to be successful is patience. Patience. We are not good at being patient because we live in a world of instant gratification. You want an answer? You Google it. You have the answer in 5 seconds, right? That's not what happens in sustainable fat loss or muscle building or becoming a faster, stronger athlete. Patience, patience, and more patience. And I'm going to tell you a story about one of my clients who graduated today. Short story. I'm going to try to keep it short. So, one of my clients, Deidre, love her. Deidre, if you end up watching this, you're the best. Deidre graduated today from Pivot Nutrition Coaching. She started working with me 9 months ago. Okay, 9 months ago. After 3 months of working together towards her body composition goals, because she wanted to lose 20 pounds by next weekend. It's her son's wedding. Yay. Her son's getting married. She wanted to feel confident. She wanted to lose 20 pounds by May. We started working together 9 months ago. After 3 months, she only lost 2 pounds. Okay? 2 in 3 months. Most people at this point would give up. Because 2 pounds, I mean, we can fluctuate 2 pounds in 24 hours. But at the 90-day mark, she only lost 2 pounds. This is where the patience things comes in, right? This is where we need to trust the process and we need to have patience because she's not alone. This has happened to other people in our program where they don't get that instant gratification, unfortunately. I know that's what we want. We want to see results right away. But sometimes it doesn't happen, and that doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen, because guess what? Today, Deidre graduated, and she surpassed her goal. She wanted to lose 20 pounds by her son's wedding. As of today, we are 25 pounds down, and she was never miserable. She is strength training 3 times a week. She is getting her steps in. She has a healthier relationship with food. She is going on vacation and coming back feeling great, not bloated. The scale's not skyrocketing. It was slow and steady like a marathon. Health journeys and weight loss journeys and muscle building journeys, it's not a sprint. It's not a 100-meter sprint. You might not see results in the first 30 days. You might not see results in the first 90 days. Deidre is a living, breathing example of this. But if you keep going, if you continue to be consistent, which is why I wanted to include the consistency, the results will follow. But if your sole focus is the darn scale, if that's all you're looking at every single day, it's gonna be a long, miserable journey. We cannot focus on the outcome, you guys. We have to focus on the daily habits. What do I need to do today? And if you keep waking up with that day-to-day mentality, today I gotta get my protein in, I gotta get my strength training in, I gotta get my steps in, I gotta get my sleep, I gotta have my fruits and veggies. Do that every single day. Focus on the habits instead of the outcome. If we are outcome focused, it's gonna be miserable. We have to pivot our mindset away from the only success is seeing the scale go down. We have to focus on the day-to-day. What habits need to happen today so I can see success down the road? So the story is patience, consistency, and patience. More patience than you think. You guys, it takes more time than you think, and here's the truth. If you have dieted in the past, especially if you've done a lot of fad diets, like low carb, low fat, 30-day soup diet, people that have dieted in the past have a much more difficult time seeing results. Because when we diet over and over and over, this does more harm than good. Some of our clients have never dieted in the past. Boom, they show up, we implement the healthy habits. They start seeing results right away. And the people who have been dieting since high school, it's a struggle because we have to undo 5, 10, 15, 20. I had a client who had been dieting for 30 years. This is gonna take time, you guys. We are not miracle workers. We don't have the magic pill. We can't fix 25 years of fad dieting in 3 months. It's not gonna happen. So unfortunately, if you have dieted for years, if you have restricted, it might take 9 to 12 months to undo that damage. And that's the truth. Unfortunately, If you've never dieted, you're probably going to see results pretty quickly. Just make sure you do it the right and the sustainable way. So in summary, 2 keys to success are consistency. Again, you got to put in the work on days you don't feel like it. And then patience, more patience and more patience. If you're at the point where you're like, oh, I'm not seeing results, I'm done. What's the point? This is your sign to keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. If you need help, let me know. DM me Pivot. But this is your sign to keep going and to be consistent. If you're not being consistent with your habits, start with consistency. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you had a takeaway from me basically yelling at the screen. Have a great rest of your week, everybody.